guys, in my last 3 videos you saw me make this car, and this cruiser. Then today we're going to have a look at all of the ones I've ever done. I've ordered them from easiest all the way around to hardest. So let's get started. The first one is this tiny little plane. It's not actually a set, it came off an aircraft carrier that I was making, but I gave up making, so that doesn't really count. The easiest one I've made is this dinosaur, I think. These 3 dinosaurs are great for if you want to get started, and I think this one's easiest, this one's medium, this one's a bit more of a challenge. But these are great starting places if you're new to this sort of thing. Then step up, but also an animal, is this penguin. There's 2 penguins here, a smaller one and a big one, and this is mainly made up of lots of layers put together rather than something like this, which is the next one. These penguins, they're good progression from these dinosaurs. So this is the easiest car I've made, and it's a bit more difficult than these penguins. But this is a good starting place if you want a car. Then there's this plane, which is a bit more difficult, I would say, but they're probably about the same. This is good if a starting place if you want a plane. Doesn't stand up very well. Then this car is probably the next hardest car. I think it's a Porsche, but I don't know. So that's a bit more of a challenge than this easy Rolls Royce. Then this next car is the F40 GT, which you saw me making the last video. And this is a bit more difficult than this one, but still about a medium probably. This Land Rover, probably about the same as these. They're probably about the same, but I should put them in this order. This one, this Formula 1 car, was a bit more difficult because of the way it's put together, but that's still quite a medium. This digger, which has moving parts in it, I think that's really cool. That was a bit more complicated. That was because the one I had, the pieces didn't fit together very well. Anything with tracks on like this is quite difficult because they tend to fall off. So this one's probably between a medium and hard. This tank is probably the first hard one I've got. It's got moving parts, but I think this is one of the earliest ones I did, so it's quite old and doesn't really move very well. But this has got tracks on it as well, which don't fit very well, but this is probably a hard if you want a challenge. Then this boat, this cruiser, was the last one I made, and that's probably a hard. I was quite lucky because most of the pieces fit together reasonably well. I didn't have to file many of them. That's probably harder than this tank, but this one took about an hour 20 minutes. This one probably took about an hour and a half, just because some of the pieces didn't fit together very well. So that's all of them. These probably take 15 minutes. These can take between probably about 20 minutes to about 45 minutes, an hour up this end. These ones took me about 40 minutes. So that is all of my wooden models. Look out for future videos where I increase this big collection.